Hello creative ones, this is Robin Dudley House, the Artsy Bohemian, and today on Tutorial Tuesday I'm going to show you another shabby kind of chic junk journal page. And I was inspired by these adhesive square label pockets that I got at Target. They're $3 and you get 20 of them, and they're in the dollar section, so they're not $1, but they're pretty cool. So I thought, well, what can I do with these that I can use in my junk journals? And I started going through my pictures that my mom had let me borrow of my relatives, and this is my great grandmother and grandfather, and that's my great grandmother, who I never met. And I'm assuming this is probably from the 1800s. So I took a copy of it, of the original picture, and then put it on some ivory cardstock, and then distressed it. And I'm going to show you the same kind of technique that I did for this one on this one. And so what I did was I used an old envelope, and I attached the pocket to it, and I did a rub on there and added some lace and a doily, and then this acts as a pocket because I opened up the envelope, and that slips right in there. So you could make these personal and give them as gifts for the holidays maybe, or make a scrapbook and do lots of them like this. I thought it would look cool either on an altered file folder like this with an envelope underneath it, so there's another pocket here. I haven't actually figured out what exactly I wanted to do with it, but this is just an altered file folder that was coffee dyed and then cut in half and then sewn on the sides. Or I thought it looked pretty cool on an old pattern cover. So it's pretty versatile, and this whole thing could be glued onto a page in your journal. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to do this little girl here. I thought she was so pretty, and I kind of laid everything out so I can just glue everything down. So I don't have a really good printer, so every time I print something I have to print it on paper and then put it onto cardstock. So that's what I did on here. And so this is a little bit big, so I'm going to cut it just a little bit smaller with these decal edge scissors, which I've had forever. I love them. They give that kind of old looking decal on pictures to make them look vintage. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that, and then I'm going to just distress the edges a little bit. Ooh, I think it's kind of crooked. I'm going to cut this on the side a little bit shorter. Hopefully it'll fit in the pocket. So already it looks like an old photo, right? So what I did was these are self-adhesive. You just take them out, and then I'm using old envelopes and just take the adhesive backing off and just stick it down. Like that, and you have an instant pocket. So then after I do that, I go ahead and sew it around the edges with a sewing machine, and I leave the side pocket open so that I can slip things inside. And hopefully this will fit in. I might have to cut it down a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to cut it down just a little bit more. fits. It's a little tight, but I think that's fine. And I'm just going to distress it a little bit with some brown ink, just on the sides. And then this makes a great journaling card on the back. Or you can write, if it's personal, then you can write down the history on the back. Above the edges here. So that'll fit in there. And then I made this cute little book. Very, very simple. I'm going to show you how I did that. That can be slipped inside of here, like a little diary. Or it can be kind of shown on the side. So what I'm going to do is I have some lace here. I love this lace. It's really fine. Oops, I didn't cut it long enough. I thought I did. Oh, here's some right here. Gonna have to make my own end. I wish I was more organized with my fabrics and stuff, but I have so many of them. I mean, some of them I have them all nice and neatly rolled up and organized, but man, most of the time it's just a mess. I'm just gonna glue that down with some tacky glue. I love this lace because it's just really lightweight, doesn't add a lot of bulk, and it's very feminine. It makes things look pretty, you know. Just a little bit of tacky glue on the edge here. I live in the city and I work in my studio, which is behind my house, and we have critters here, believe it or not, and I just saw a small coyote. Not good, since we have cats, so that didn't make me very happy. I'm a little paranoid now about my cats being eaten. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. So I thought it would be pretty to just take little bits of lace, little torn pieces of lace. There's 2 little pieces here. And I'm just going to stick that down there. Actually, I think I'm going to put this here first. And you could staple that if you want to. I think I'm just going to hot glue it. With my super, super hot glue gun. Woo! It is way too hot. I'm going to add the little bits of lace here. And then this is Tim Holtz. I think I'm going to just kind of brown the edges a little bit. From the Botanicals, I believe. You know, the bag of botanicals that you can get. Actually, I think I cut too much off at the top, so can tell I'm not much of a talker. I've always been kind of a quiet person. So it feels kind of weird not talking while I'm doing this, but... Okay, so... I kind of wanted it a little bit more here. Maybe I'll just do a couple of them. Those are just little pieces of velvet. I just glued on there. Okay, so that's that. And then, isn't she pretty? You can either put a rub on here, or you can stamp with stays on. You know, an image, or maybe put a sticker. I don't know how well a sticker will go on there, but I thought I would try one of these. I don't know. These are kind of old. I don't even know if they work anymore. Those of you who don't know what rub-ons are, that's exactly what they're called, rub-ons. And they are kind of translucent images that you rub on with like a you know, popsicle stick. Usually you get one in the bag. So I thought either Joys of Life would be good, or this butterfly. I think I like Joys of Life. When you cut out the rub-on, you have to, it's best to cut it close to the image or the words, because you'll get like a shadow. So I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we'll see. Whenever rubber stamping was really big, actually this is more of like when scrapbooking became big. You were able to find all kinds of rub-ons, but I think, as far as I know, Tim Holtz has some, and maybe a couple of other companies, but they're not as plentiful as they used to be. At least at the hobby stores. Maybe online they are. Oh shoot, dang it. Sometimes that happens. Dang it. Yeah, these are kind of old. I don't even know. That's going to work. See, part of it came off. I'm going to try something. Maybe this will work. So you just take this and... actually, yeah, these are not working. I'm going to just go ahead and try doing this and show you, at least show you. So you just take the stick, or whatever, you can even use, if you lose your stick, you can use maybe a chopstick or something. Well, it's going to say Joys of something. And then there you go, it just sticks on there. So that is kind of a nice little overlay. And like I said, you can rubber stamp and stays on a word or a phrase or something on there. So I like the way that came out, that's cute. And then I'm going to put the doily behind here, like what I did on this one. And then I have part of the this old pattern. It says Vogue on it, and I thought that would look kind of cute on here as a backing. Somebody really loved this pattern. They taped it here and they taped it here. It got used quite a bit. It's from Bullock's Westwood. Westwood is a city close to Hollywood, the west side. in Los Angeles. So that might look good. And or some more music paper would look kind of cute on that. So, you know, it's just it's something nice for you to have to add to your junk journals, I think, anyway. Oh, this is cute too. Look at how that illustration is there. It kind of gets covered up though. So if I thought it out more, I would have made it so it wasn't covered up. I like the brown of the color of the old paper too. And then there's all the cool, the pattern in here. So, food for thought. And then as far as this little book goes, I just got through doing a large art retreat called Bohemian Affair. And Kim Caldwell is the lady that puts it on, and she's very generous, and she gives people gifts. And so one of the many things that she gave the teachers and the students are these adorable adorable stationery. And it's it has the image on the front and the back. So all I did was I took 3 sheets of it and folded it in half, and I sewed it down the center, and I glued some velvet on there, which kind of matches this whole theme, so that this can go inside of the cute little pocket. And you have this pretty little pocket envelope ready to be added to your junk journal. I think that's it. Isn't that cute? Just goes right in and out. And like I said, you can just stick it on some paper and then put it in your, make it a page. I like that. I think I'll do that. Alright, everybody. Thanks again for coming and crafting with me on Tutorial Tuesday. And please see the links below if you're interested in taking a class with me in person or online. I have online classes. I have an online school that I opened up last November, and I have a few classes in there. And I still have a early bird special on one of my newer classes for this cute little mini book. So if you're interested in learning how to make a little miniature book that actually opens and has pages in it and has this amazing textures, I'll show you start to finish how to make that. And like I said, I will also have a link for that, and as well as my an art retreat that I'll be teaching at next May 2020. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.